Aloha and welcome to Moana Anela's Divine Love Reading for the month of March 2020. Welcome for Earth Signs. This is the general portion for Earth Signs, and I am Moana Anela, the Hawaiian Gypsy. So for introduction and explanation on the spread, I'll be posting the video, a link for the video there. Just so we can get right into the reading. We don't have to cut into the reading time with intros and stuff, as well as anything else. Another intro video will be posted for general length and general explanations of the reading. So we can get right into your reading. General reading will resonate with everybody. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And all right, we're going to get right to it. If you're cross-watching, it just the readings are usually intended for the signs, so I'll be kind of referring to the signs. But if you feel to be here, then it's absolutely meant for you as well, and you can just switch the messages up and but what resonates. Okay, perfect. We'll get right into it for Earth Signs. This is a general portion, and then after this, we're going to get into each individual sign. So either look for the links or the timestamps below. Hopefully I can put it all together in one, in which case there'll be timestamps. Okay, perfect. So Earth Sign, I'm actually getting something a little different for you Earth Signs than I did for the rest of the signs. I'm getting a lot of, some of you maybe some shaking up, but not necessarily that energy, like the world's in a disarray, that kind of stuff. But what I'm getting for Earth Signs is your world is turning, it's changing, and that is kind of taking a bit of a discord or a toll on your perceptions and your approach on your usual daily basic life schedule, just because of the fact of all this not like one change, it's a few changes, and it's really kind of putting things in a bit of a disarray. Now, not to say that everybody's lives is like all up in the air and a big mess, but there is a bit of an uneasiness going on, and a bit of that two swords energy where it's like deciding where to go. But what I'm really feeling, and this may not resonate with all of you, what I'm really feeling for the Earth Signs is that there's an energy that's coming through that, like, you want to decide, but if you could, you would, kind of thing. Like, you are not even sure what's coming ahead. So we're going to look into the cards and see what's coming out a little more clearly, and get a little more clarification, as well as, remember too, it's all good. And I'm getting it, even though it might be kind of like unnerving a little bit for you or signs, it's because it's not your usual tactics and step-by-steps and schedules and everything that for most of signs are used to, having knowing what's going on, and having that kind of step-by-step daily routine. That's the word that's trying to come out, routine. But it's not like it's a big, I'm not getting something big major, but I am getting a little bit, it is a little bit making you feel uneasy. Okay, but it's all good. It's all good, and you're feeling that, and that's why it's not really shaking you to your core or anything like that, because something good is coming around the corner, and you are feeling your intuitive sense opening up, and that's really great. So we're going to start with the Page of Fire. That is the heart of the reading, the card that's in the position of the heart of the reading, and it's the Page of Fire, which is awesome. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Page of Fire, pages, the new beginnings, young energy, which is kind of new energy, newly energy, but it's also an energy of like giving you that feeling of anticipation, a moving energy, like you're moving forward. And with that being said, you're not just moving forward, but you're moving forward and up. So you're really feeling the growth coming in, but you are feeling like, wow, a lot of new things. So you're feeling good, and you're feeling a little uneasy because it's like, okay, well, how do I take this? How do I wrap my brain around, you know, what's going on, the circumstances? But you are excited, and you know new things are coming, a lot of closure for you. I'm feeling already, you know, especially in love and romance or in friendships and family, like a lot of, you already have put forth a lot of closures, and so that is awesome. And then right on top of that we have the Page of Air. Okay, so again, that is exactly what I was referring to. So great confirmation. So it's like, how do I wrap my brain around this? and then she was like, oh, look at her head's all back, and she like just embracing it. So I think, you know, the energy is coming around, and you're kind of feeling it, which is really awesome, because you are embracing it, and that's exciting for you because that, and that's kind of another energy I'm getting for the earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, is that what's really cool, and you know what's really like you guys, helping you guys to grow and moving forward, is that, you know, that you're embracing these changes, you're embracing this newness, even though it's making you a little uneasy. You're still embracing it, and you're embracing it with open arms. I mean, look at how like she got those wings spread like wide open, and so yeah, kudos to your signs. Keep moving forward, and that brings me to the these cards here. So just want to talk about the link that kind of I'll have there that explains, you know, these cards here that I pull from my monthly collective readings. I bring into the love readings as well, and as well as the career readings when I get to those ones. But right now for the love readings, I bring in this energy because it is the energy I pull for the whole month for the collective, and it's just basically, we got here Ebb. He is the he's from the Mayan Oracle, and he's the star glyph, a Mayan star glyph, and he's also the number 12. 12 is an ending of grand cycles. And so he also represents straw and the broom, because the broom is kind of made of straw, especially back then. And so again, so that broom, you know, referring to that sweeping things away. I really felt that you've done a lot of that. And if you haven't come to a completion yet, it's coming to the end, and you know it is. You're seeing these endings, because it's like you finished writing the sentence, you just got to put the period at the end. That's kind of like where you're at. The closings are happening, but what's comfortable for you, the closures are happening like kind of like bang, 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 bang. Like it's not like all at once and your whole world is falling apart. It is falling, you know, happening kind of like domino effect, one after another, and that's what's helping you earth signs moving forward and being able to feel comfortable with all this newness coming in. It's not too much of a shock to the system, because he also represents abundance. So straw is abundance, and we got a lot. So from the Egyptian energies, we had soul retrieval and the wings of Isis, and again you got another wings in the cards here. So your spirit is soaring. Your spirit is flying. You guys are flying with this. This is amazing, and it is kind of feeling a little unusual for the usual characteristics of the earth sign, which is so cool, because that represents your growth, your spiritual growth. And that's the Kaukahi from the Hawaiian, is all that love, that divine love coming in for your spiritual growth. The Kaukahi represents perseverance, but in Hawaiian, that perseverance represents going beyond and above. And that's what what's happening to you, earth signs, is your spirit is going beyond and above. And you're starting to see this. You're starting to see all of a sudden your heart chakra is opening up to not just new love, but different kinds of loves. Like, you know, like all kinds of loves you never even noticed existed before, and you're embracing, like, so you're starting to see new connections in all kinds of ways, in families and friends and relationships, romance, like all kinds of way, a whole bunch of not just new people but new types of relationships. And this is also really exciting for you, so this is great. And of course, it's really giving you confidence, and you're starting to see, like, wow, by stepping out of that comfort zone, I'm actually glad I got pushed out of my comfort zone, because now I feel more confident moving forward. Because that next big step coming into this new era, and we're coming into a whole new era, a whole grand cycle just finished closing up, in the universe. It's, not just in us, but also in the universe. And we're in a new decade, we're in a new era, and moving forward, taking those where we pointing our feet, stepping, putting our first best foot forward, that's setting the pace of that new path of direction that we're going to take into our lives, in love, and other areas of our life, career and passion and everything. And so, and all that kind of interplays on each other. And that's what I'm excited for you, Earth signs, because this is really an opening for you. I really see this opening, and it's it's interplaying into your love life, where you're starting to see and meet different people you've never met before. Really exciting. And of course, that's giving you that assuredness to go out and be a little more social. If you're one of the Earth signs that are not that social, not overly social, you're actually starting to see you're opening up. So you are being a little more social. And that's how you're meeting different types of people and creating different relationships. And it's making this boldness, which is kind of exciting. So really cool. All right, so now we're going to go, after the Page of Air, now we're going to go to the foundation energies, the placement where this is the base of the main energy position. And this, we have the Seven of Water. Okay, so Seven of Water is the Seven of Cups. So what I'm getting is awesome, again, more confirmation of, like, so you might be in a bit of a whirlwind, little feeling dizzy. So Page of Air is communication. It's also mental, mental mind, that. And that's where, this is where a little bit of that, that uneasiness that you're feeling. It's like, how do I wrap my brain around this? Because you are. Seven of Cups, you're starting to see all these new relationships coming in, all these new types of people. And, and you're just finding your options are opening up. And it's fantastic. If you're single, this is a great time to just, maybe not get serious right away unless you already have a love interest. But even if you have a love interest, you're finding that all these other people are coming around, and it's adding to your love life. So let's say, for example, if you're with somebody, if you're coupled, and it's like you guys are meeting new friends, and then all of a sudden it's like, your relationship is flourishing because of, all these new people coming in, and it's just opening up everything, which opens up your relationship as well. And, like for an example, going on a double date or something like that. And it's just really exciting, because it's definitely, I'm feeling, Earth signs, that it's definitely something that is new to you. This is not a usual, I just want a quiet romantic evening. This is like, no, I'm going out there. So a lot of options are opening up. And, it's kind of, both. It's really making you feel emotionally fulfilled, I'm getting. This is really like, like she's right in the center of everything. And it's really fulfilling. She looks really kind of like, like she's kind of, she's kind of fulfilled. She's sitting on maybe an oyster or a lily. But she looks so happy. She looks so emotionally fulfilled. And that's what I'm getting from this particular, for this particular reading with the Seven of Cups. That the energy that's coming in is you're feeling emotionally fulfilled. But it is at the same time making you feel a little, like, woo, maybe sitting on the edge of your seat, like, wow, how do I stable myself? How do I, because there are signs you're very earthy. You like to remain stable, sustained stability, that kind of feeling. And it's like, wow, how, there's all this water around me, kind of maybe, swishing you here this way and that way and all kinds of ways. And you're like, okay, but how do I stay grounded? How do I stay stable? And how do I wrap my brain around this? And so coming from your divine energies, we have the Eight of Fire. And that's that Eight of Wands. So in this case, I'm getting, yes, it's starting to pick up. It's like a momentum, and it's starting to come in. And the more you start walking that new pathway, the more it kind of like that pace picks up for you. So yeah, so that's why, the energy is coming in. Really stay grounded, really stay positive. And in this way, what's good for your signs of staying grounded is by just connecting with your heart center, your heart chakra. I forget what other signs it was, but they also had this. So there's a lot of yellow, okay? And that's kind of like, all this represents the yellow, if we take yellow as, that solar plexus chakra. So a lot of these messages, are basically would be great descriptive words for that solar plexus chakra. And I'm getting, you're there. You're there, you're confident, you're sure, you're being bold. It's just, you are already, you know yourself, you know what you like, but it's just all this newness, all these new things coming into your life is the only place in yourself is where you're not feeling the confidence, assuredness, and boldness. And because it's kind of like taking you off your center. And it's making you feel a little disconnected with your center and a little ungrounded, if you will. So this is perfect. The color green in the card. And that's basically what I'm getting is stay in that center. Stay in your heart chakra. And focus on the things that you love. Because, when things are new, all kinds of things happen, good and bad, right? And but we just want to stay with the positive and the things that make us happy. If things are not making you happy, walk away. Go to something else. Don't even pay no attention. All right, so coming from energies that are kind of hidden, that are interplaying with this situation, at the moment is the Eight of Air. A lot of air energy. And we are a bit in Mercury retrograde. So Eight of Air, Eight of Swords energy is, yeah, again, just more of that, okay, I am stepping forward. I want to step forward, and I know I'm moving forward, but maybe you're being a little hesitant, is what I'm getting, especially when it comes to love. Eight of Air, sometimes when we have that bit of hesitancy, we feel we're stuck or trapped, or, we have that hesitancy to move forward. Could be because of, like the not having the assuredness of, well, I don't know if this is going to be the same scenario as I just came out of. I'm really loving all this new energy, but I don't want to step here and it ends up being the same thing. So you're kind of maybe holding yourself back a little bit, which is okay. And that's good. You got to stay connected with your heart chakra. But just remember, all this air energy, we got fire. So somewhere in the middle between air and fire is, if we can find that water, right? And so that water is that, again, tapping back into that emotional intelligence. I want to say emotional intelligence, not the emotion, but that emotional intelligence where we listen to our heart. And that could be also listening to that gut instinct kind of, though, but it comes from the heart. What is your love? You know which direction is going to be the right one. So, sure, pace yourself. Don't go too fast. It is fast energy. So and it is overwhelming, but you want to make sure you're in the center. You don't want to move too fast, but at the same token, you don't want to hold yourself back too much. So that's why, that happy, fun interplay energy is really coming in strong through this message. Have fun. Be bold in playfulness. So like if there's a love interest, but you're not too sure, listen, like I just got out of a bad relationship, but it's like, and I really feel like, you know, I want to make a connection. You know, I'd like to, you know, get together with you, for example, you know, romantically, but I'm really, you know, I just don't want to repeat anything. So how to balance that is you can still move forward, still get to know that person, but do it in playfulness. That's really coming out strong for all earth signs. This is the general portion. And then look at that. What kind of message can we get that confirms the message more perfectly than being emotionally fulfilled? Is the Ten of Water. And that's kind of what I was pointing out with this card, is she's feeling emotionally fulfilled. But you see how she's sitting comfortably, sorry. She's not about to fall off her seat kind of thing. And that's because she's staying in the center. She's not, oh, I have to choose one of these. At this moment in time, yeah, sure. Maybe later on, you know, eventually we have to make decisions on certain things. But for you, earth signs, I think what's really good is the playfulness. You don't have to decide quite yet. You can just enjoy all the options around you. And there you go, laughing Buddha. He's just full of joy. He lives in the moment. And I think that's really good for you right now, earth sign, is also to live in the moment. When I kind of see this card, it's the Ten of Water, so that's the emotionally fulfilled. And that's you right now, even though, you know, there's a bit of this uneasiness, but that's always natural when we're coming into new. It's change. And no matter what, I always say, change, good or bad, is always going to be a bit stressful. It's always going to be a bit unnerving. It's always going to make us feel a little uneasy with our stepping. But just trust and have faith. Because also too, you guys, you know, earth, hard workers, you guys have worked hard for this moment in time. You guys actually worked hard for this moment. I feel like, earth signs, this is the feeling I'm getting that's a little different for all of you, is that this is your moment. This is actually your moment to shine. And I'm really feeling that. So that's really exciting. So just stay connected with your heart center and move forward, especially in love. Just don't, there's just no need to get into anything serious. And that's going to help you. So when you know, it's like, okay, I don't have to make any commitments. I don't have to get in. I'm just gonna enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy the company. I'm gonna enjoy the companionship and have fun. And then we have the balancing act. Oh wow, this is the enchanted map oracle cards, and so I just always pull one of these for clarification. And we have the balancing act. So everything I was talking about. So staying in that center, that balancing act. So you have that moving forward and it's exciting. The fire, and then you have that air like, whoop, I'm not sure if I'm ready for all this. So staying in the center. You got the 11. Yes, it can mean twin flame. Yes, it can mean soulmate. But what I'm getting is right now for you guys, I mean, if you know your soulmate and everything, then you know it's time to move. That's time to move forward, move forward, enjoy and have fun. And but what I'm getting more for here is the 11, like that 11 also means portal. So you can see the ship. So this is like a portal. This is you stepping through the portal, because that whole old universe that you just came from it's gone. It all closed up. You finished up all your old business. You're ready for new business. You're ready for a whole new journey. And look, your journey, you have elevated. So now your life is going to elevate. Your love is going to elevate. So this is so exciting. And one of the things is, again, with the balancing act. So things may feel uneasy. Things may feel a little disarray. But stay focused on the positive. Stay focused on really the good things, the things that you love. If something's not working, just walk away. You don't need permission. You don't need to worry about if I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings or what are they going to say. You don't need to worry about. This is about you. It's your time to shine. And for the Moonology cards, the overall monthly energy is your hard work is paying off. Okay, that's new moon in Capricorn. Well, there's Capricorn energy. More earth energy. So it's your time to shine again, because you guys, your blessings are coming in because you worked hard and it was for this moment. and this is your moment. So you don't worry about anybody else. If it's not suiting, if it's not fitting, if it's not fulfilling, you just walk away. All right, perfect earth signs. We're going to get into each individual sign, and Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Not necessarily in that order, and we'll see you at your sign. Thank you. All right, aloha. Aloha, keika'i, keikahi. Love one another. Love yourself. Aloha, Virgo. Welcome to Moana Anela's Divine Love Readings for the month of March 2020. This is for your sign, Virgo. I'm Moana Anela, the Hawaiian Gypsy, and this is we're doing particularly your sign, and we just finished the general. If you didn't watch it, that's fine. I still make the references, but basically what I do is I clarify the cards with the Tarot Legacy to clarify specifically for your sign. But Spirit also gives me other messages. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And something that's been coming in, it was funny because I try to do sometimes the readings, you know, I always follow Spirit, but sometimes I try to do the reading, you know, in order chronologically to just make some sense. But then, you know, sometimes Virgo's like, okay, no, it's going to be this. But so what I'm getting for you, Virgo, that's a little bit different than the other signs is that I'm getting, you know, a little aggression. Now, again, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. So so take what resonates. So that might not be for well, of course, it's not going to be for everybody, but so this aggression I'm feeling a little bit with Virgos may not be for many, could be for just a few of you. So for those that doesn't resonate, then don't worry about it. But it was like, so I want to do basically Taurus, because chronological order would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And it's like, no, Virgo wanted to come out now. And yeah, I kind of got this aggression. I got a little bit of anger, but I'm getting like okay, so when I say anger, don't take it as, oh, you're being angry, or I'm calling you an angry person, or calling you out on that. I'm not. It's just basically, some anger is good. Some anger is actually passion. And it's a passion it's almost like that Seven of Wands card, if you're familiar with the tarot. And that Seven of Wands card is about the one that kind of, you know, stands up for himself. You know, he rises above and he stands up for himself. And that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting like, Virgo, I'm getting you've been around maybe a few people, group of people, whether it be family, whether it be colleagues, whether it be, you know, peers, or however the situation is for you. And I'm getting a lot of people have been demanding from you, and you've been trying to give and make people happy, but you're at a point now, it's like, well, wait a minute. It's just not working anymore. I'm not happy. I am actually maybe losing it, but you may be feeling you're losing yourself in the mix. Okay, so that's just what's coming through. So again, only if that resonates. At the bottom of the deck, so this is awesome. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. So one of the things that came out in the general read is, you know, connecting with your heart chakra. And I'm getting that, I think, Virgo, I haven't done the other two yet, obviously. I just finished saying you kind of put yourself to the front, which is good. So I listen to you. I listen to you, Virgos. And which means that that's all it takes. You might have to just stand your ground for a second and say, whoa, everybody, you know, if you need to, everybody shut up. This is how it's going to go down. So, you know, if you may need to be bold, I'm getting that, but from your heart, right? From your heart. So you might have to just, you know, stand up for yourself, you know, take the, you know, the loudspeaker and say, hey, this is how it's going to go down. Then do that. Do that. You gotta stand up for what you want. And I'm getting there's something that you haven't been able to express from yourself, or again, for those that this resonates with. There's something that you've been wanting to express and it hasn't been expressed. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to express it to everybody, but it does mean you have to express it to who you need to express it to. There's something that you want to express. And And again, so we're getting the 3 cups. So I'm getting a couple of things. You need to express your creativity, you know, so this is love reading. So if it's in love or a passion of yours, you need to express it as yourself. See, she's very much herself. She's kind of dancing to the beat of her own drum or to the string of her own guitar, her own music, okay? She's dancing to her own music. So, and then, you know, music might be an important factor for you, I'm not sure. But basically, you need to express yourself. It's like you lost yourself a little bit, and now it's time to come back to that. And that's the first thing we need to do, is bring that love and passion back to your heart chakra. And express that. That boldness needs to come out again. And that's kind of what's coming through. So really great. And of course, but have fun. You know, you really, I think I'm getting, oh, and look at this. We got the Ace of Cups right underneath that. Wow. That's a whole new beginning in love. So a new love may be coming in, or a whole new beginning in a passion. Something that you been working on for a while. It got maybe pushed aside for a while, but you want to like regenerate it, rekindle it, rebirth it, and bring it. And this time you're going to complete it and manifest it. And that could be a love. You may need to express something to somebody, you know, you've been admiring for a while. Maybe you're in a relationship and you need to express something in your relationship, like, I need to go this direction. And that doesn't mean, you know, closure. Maybe for some of you it does, because I am getting a lot of new beginnings. But for some of you, maybe that is like, you know, we need to end this patch of this part of our relationship, so, you know, we can open up and grow and bring in new things into our relationship. So in the general read, I brought in, for example, you know, for all earth signs, all of a sudden, you guys are creating brand new relationships with new people. And, but it's really different kinds of people that you know, people you never thought, like, wow, there's a really unique kind of person. I never knew there was such a person. It's a different, you know, somebody had this great saying, like a different breed of cat. I love that thing. He's a different breed of cat. So this is the kind of thing. And it's like, okay, well, opening up your heart chakra and letting new energies come in. So this is really, really interesting. Right at the heart of your reading, Virgo, is the 5 of Swords. Okay, so that's the aggression I was talking about. How interesting. That's the aggression. So what I'm getting here is this aggression is coming from, you know, the conflict within yourself, and swords that you know, a bit of like back talk or backlash, a bit of not being able. There's that not being able, like just feeling like something you needed to communicate and you haven't, and it's time for you to communicate it, to get it out. Now again, it doesn't have to be everybody, because I am getting, Virgo, to be discreet. That word has come out for you, to be discreet, okay? Especially when you have energy like that. There are people around you that are not really for your best interest. They're more for their best interest. Even though you enjoy the company and they enjoy yours, but there's a reason why new people are coming into your life, okay? Because some situations, circumstances, relationships, and relationships on all levels, friendships, or just even like general, you know, like just knowing somebody, you know, nothing deep, but there are certain, but we still got to be careful, you know, even keeping general relationships, if they're still not feeding our highest good, if they're not, you know, they're not adding to your life, or if it's not adding to that connection, then, you know, it's time to let it go. So he's got the sword. He's ready to cut. He's ready to cut ties here, and that's it. You got cut ties to let new people, new experiences come in, and but there's that expression. So you've been very conflicted, because it's like, I really need to express this, and but be discreet, have discernment. Only say to the right people what you need to say. You don't need to, people don't need to know your business. I know, Virgos, you can be pretty private. I agree with that. I'm a Cancer. I like being pretty private. So, and then, crossing energies, basic contributing energies, feeding right to the heart of the matter, is the heart, the lovers. Woo! Okay, so there we got again. We got again that 1111 that came out for the general read, 11, but it was the balancing act. So really balancing out. So I really get the message from the general read about balancing, you know, like all this new stuff is coming around. There's a lot of options and it's making you feel a little bit uneasy and excited at the same time. So equally so, equally excited, equally uneasy. And that's why this balancing act is coming out. And that's why you're feeling, you know, aggressive, because you're going to get caught up in the mix and you're feeling like, wow, I'm kind of losing myself in the mix. Right. You don't want to do that. So you got to stay grounded. So stay with your heart chakra, and it's right there in the center. So, and also what's interesting about this card, and it's also Gemini, which is Gemini energy, sorry. I don't know if, you know, there's a Gemini energy, but what's interesting about that is that I am getting this Mercury retrograde is also affecting you, Virgo, because it is the planet that both you and Gemini share. So things are really, you're going to really start beginning to understand where to put that stepping foot at right when Mercury goes back into normal rotation, when it comes out of retrograde, and that's on the 10th. So that's going to be kind of really important for you. But we do have lovers, and I am getting love. I am getting love. I'm looking at the red, the passion, the green. So stay connected with your heart, have that discernment, and say what you need to say, Virgo. Say what you need to say. And also, here's the yellow, which is really interesting. And we talked a bit about the yellow too. So I'm really getting for you, Virgo, really important, being an earth sign, really stay strong and to keep that stability feeling for yourself is stay in that heart chakra center, but also stay in your power. Don't give it away. It's time to take it back. Yes, you're feeling that loss in the mix. Well, yes, it's time to take back your identity. And then, you know, again, I couldn't express this more from this card. It's really screaming out to me, express yourself. It's time. Even if you got to stand above everybody and say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Express yourself. Don't let somebody talk over you. Don't let somebody talk you into doing anything. Do and say and be who and what you need to be. That is really important, especially in love. But I am getting a lot of new people coming in for you, so it's gonna be very exciting. I'm getting a new love. I'm getting also rekindling too. So new love could be, you know, that person that you've been wanting to, you know, get to know but you hadn't had a chance for some reason. There's been one obstacle or another that kind of like, you know, held you back. But it's time now. Spirit is saying it's time. You may have to finish up a few things. Like when I say now, not right now, because I am getting to things are not really going to really start happening. Action is not really going to start taking until like the 10th of March, which is when Mercury comes out of retrograde. But in the meantime, you still party, right? Okay. So, and then, yeah, here's the Ace of Cups. So that's confirmation. There is a lot. Now, a new love. That could also be new relationships, new friendships, you know, rekindling. I am getting a bit of rekindling, but it's like, you know, it's like somebody from the past coming back in, but this rekindling is like moving that relationship to the next level. So there was a reason why, if you're in separation, there was a reason why you're separated. There was a reason, because again, usually we know what that reason is, and that's because you needed to grow, they needed to grow. So coming back together, that means like you're both kind of different people. You're new people. So it's almost like a brand new relationship. Okay. And wow. Oh, the Magician. That is great. That is so awesome for you, Virgo. I love it. I love it. So that is confirmation. Take your power back. Stand your ground, because you have everything. And the universe is behind you. The universe is behind you. Usually the Magician is, you know, he takes the elements, you know, on the terrestrial level, and he makes his magic from that. But what I'm getting from that, like, you know, this lightning bolt. I'm getting there's a little bit of universe in the mix here. So you are like going to be able to kaukahi, persevere above and beyond. You have everything and more, because the universe is also kicking in. There's a little bit of universal divine energies that are coming in for you, especially in love. So this could be there could be a twin flame situation going on in here. Oh, Seven of Wands. Didn't I just finish talking about that card? Oh yeah, you got it, Virgo. Oh yeah. All right, baby, you're ready to knock them all out. Look at that guy. Almost like I don't want to say the bad guy on Star Wars, but Anakin Skywalker. I don't want to say the bad guys. And the good guys. He's going to knock all them guys down. That's one swoosh. He's going to swing that wand swoosh. And they're all going to be knocked down. There it is. All right, we talked about that guy, and that's coming from the divine energies. Divine energies. That's your higher self thing. All right, baby. It's time, Virgo. Stand your ground. Rise above. Your time to shine. All right. Okay. Hidden energies that are coming in. And they're the Seven of Cups. Okay, so we got the Seven of Cups twice. Really interesting. Sometimes I don't talk about the general read cards, but sometimes when it shows me to bring it in, I bring it in. So it was a clarifier for Eight of Swords. So, and again, and in the general read, I talked exactly about this. So you're feeling this, what I'm getting of all the earth signs, Virgo, you're feeling this energy more than most of the earth signs, okay? Now, that might not resonate with everybody, but for those that does, you're feeling this energy than most of the earth sign Virgos. Maybe most than any of the other signs, you know, because new energy, this particular new energy is hitting, you know, it's universal. It's everywhere. And again, you want to make sure you know you have to stand this ground. Now you have to claim your power back. You have to connect with that heart chakra and stay bold, stay assured, stay confident, and that's standing in who you are and going for what you need and saying what you need to say, because moving forward, you want to make sure you take that step forward. You don't want to take somebody else's step forward. You want to take your step forward. I'm choosing my direction. I'm telling them how it's going to go down. So, especially in love, like, you know, I'm choosing my mate. Nobody's going to tell me who to date. I love to rhyme when I can. And so in the general read, we had the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups, so you're feeling all this options coming in. Like, they're coming from the right, they're coming from the east, they're coming from the left, they're coming from the north and the south. So like all these, and what was coming through in the general, and I still believe it's coming through for you, Virgo, is different people. You're meeting all kinds of different people, all kinds of new things. But, you know, it is making you feel good, because it is warming, right? It's warming. They got that yellow warm. And it's making you feel good because, you know, it's kind of helping you to open up that heart more, and you're loving it, and it's kind of making you feel a little empowered. But you got to make sure you don't lose yourself in the mix, right? We don't want too much of this blue. Blue energy can be, you know, a bit of like a subdued energy, like I go along with what people say. This is not the time to go along with what people say, Virgo, because the Seven of Wands, it's time for you to stand. You actually have to stand above everybody. You know you're special. You know you're unique, and you got to stay that uniqueness. Like, you got to persevere, stand alone. You actually stand alone. See, you actually stand alone. Like, you have a lot of love, and there's a lot of love, and you have a lot of support. You're going to have a lot of support. But you have to remain in your identity. You're very unique. You're very special. So in that way, you have to stand alone. That doesn't mean be alone. Doesn't mean be lonely. Definitely be around people. You got the Three of Cups. That was the first thing that came out at the bottom of the deck. So you want to socialize, but you want to have fun. But you want to stand alone means you stay who you are. You don't follow other people. You do what you want to do. If they go right, you want to go left, then you go left. Right? But so, and if they happen to walk in the same direction, well, then that's cool. But you're going where you need to be. So if something's not fulfilling you, you walk away and you go to what does fulfill you, what brings you joy. And And so, but all this energy, because it is making you a little hesitancy. So as long as you continue to have fun and stand in your heart chakra and go after what you love, what's going to make you happy, what's going to bring you joy, then that's what you want, right? You want this Buddha here. And then here it is, the Knight of Coins, right? This is your energy also. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So Knight of Coins, and he's the knight. So he's the one that's assured of himself. He knows the path he's walking in. And look, we have all this green. So that's, again, heart chakra. He knows his heart. And that's you, Virgo. This is absolutely you, you know. So you're the one that you're going to finish. You're here for a reason. You're here for spiritual growth. Yes. It's great, you know, to be in the partner, but you want the partner that is going to complement you on your path. And that's what's important, Virgo. Don't settle for, oh, well, I've already been in this relationship. I can settle for this. And, you know, it's okay. You know, I can live and it's okay. No, you don't want to. That's where you stand alone. You have to be happy. You have to have joy. So you don't settle. So if there's a relationship that's not fitting, if it's not serving you, it's time to end and move forward. Bring closure because this is the time now. And I'm not saying this to all the signs, where we begin to walk our walk, talk our talk, and put that step forward in that path on a new journey, where we choose to do that, that is the energy that is going to be with us for a while. So we want to make sure we do it where we really want. And it's not time to settle, Virgo. It's not time to settle. So that's great. Enjoy people. And as you can see, again, we got the horse playing around. So they're having fun, right? So you're having fun on your journey. You're still taking the time you need, because you're connecting with your heart chakra. So if something's not, you know, if it's not like you're not figuring it out right now, you're not understanding, it's like, okay, I'm just going to step back and observe. And that's okay. See how he's observing the horse playing. So that's good for you to observe. But make sure you're having fun, you're enjoying, and you're doing what you need to do. So a couple of confirmation cards I pulled out. You got a few, but I don't think we're not really going to go through them, because there was a few, and I normally don't get more than 4, but you have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's confirmation of this new energy. So make sure you're moving forward. Okay, then we have the 5 of Earth. Okay, well, that's you feeling a little lonely because you're settling. So make sure you're not settling. So we're going to change this, you know, 5 of Pentacles into the 5 of Wands. Okay, so you don't feel lonely. You feel like the lone wolf kind of thing. All right, you're the leader. And then here's the Ace of Fire. Wow, brand new beginnings in passion. So yes, there's new love coming in, and we have that Ace of Cups with the Ace of Fire. Okay, and then Queen of Fire. Okay, well, even though this is female and you may be a male, it doesn't matter. This is that nurturing. She's also a business, the independent business entrepreneur woman. So, but it's the nurturing. She's the nurturing queen in passion. So you got to keep your fire lit. Keep doing your passion. You know, so you might be also going into, you know, your own business, but that's also what's going to bring you up, helping you to continue to feel bold and assured of yourself and confidence. So you got to be this entrepreneurial, you know, energy. And very creative. So the female side is just female energy. It's very creative. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's very creative. So be very creative in your field. And then we have the Messenger of Fire. Well, he's the Knight of Fire. So we have the Knight of Coins. Now we have the Knight of Fire. So you know, you got a lot of passion. It's time to follow that. And there's the Judgment Call. So yes, you're feeling just renewing, rebirthing, renewal. That's all coming in, and that's why all these new people are coming in. And this is I'm getting for you, Virgo, is, you know, also this King of Water, following your heart. He's the one that knows his heart, okay, that emotional intelligence. And then there's the Sun. So you got that abundance. You got the Sun and Ebb the corn back there. So you have the Sun that's feeding into your abundance. So the universe has got your back. The universe is also going to feed into your abundance. So you don't have too much to panic and worry about, Virgo. You just got to trust you know, trust your instincts, stay with your heart chakra, and you know, especially in love. That's going to be so critical. I really get, Virgo, it's your time to be happy. So, especially, it's your time to be happy. So, especially in love. So, don't settle. If it's not fitting, if it's not making you, if not filling your heart full of joy, it's time to go. Don't just say, oh, well, it's okay, it's working. No, you're not here to live. You're here to experience and grow and, you know, experience magnificent life. Not just to walk through life, you know, to exist and walk through life. So you're very special. And then, wow, we talked about twin flame. This could be the one. You already met the romantic partner, you see. So that's kind of one thing I was kind of mentioning. And, you know, about like, you know, a past life or, you know, somebody from the past, or you know, maybe you had your eye on somebody for a while. It's time to express that to that person. It's time for you to let go, and we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present. So that's all that, you know, that Seven of Cups energy, all these new people coming into your life. And you know, here's the next card. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So this is exactly what I was just about to say with all these new relationships coming to your life. Even if they're not romantic, you know, you still want to give them a chance. You want to continue to open up that heart chakra, but continue to be yourself. That's why it's so important that you know, you stay in your power and your identity. But, you know, also, this is also referring to a romance. So, you know, if you're feeling for that, give it a chance. So if you are in a relationship that's not fitting, it's time to end that. Move forward. If you ended a relationship and it just really hurt, well, it's time to let that pain go. It's time to let it go. Forgiving is not, you know, necessarily say, oh, it was okay what they did, but forgiving is saying, you know what? It's time for me to move on because I enjoy life. And you got to take life. You got to take life, Virgo. You got to stand up and take it back. Take back your life. Anyways, I know you're going to be awesome. Have a wonderful month of March. I know it's going to be a great month, and I look forward to seeing you next month, Virgo. Thank you for joining me. I hope there was something here for you to take home or got something out of this message. But until next time, have a great month of March. Aloha, aloha, keka'i, ikeka'i. Love one another and love yourself. Lots of love and blessings. Aloha Taurus. Taurus. Sorry, he's throwing in a little accent there. I don't know why. Good evening or good day, Taurus. Okay, welcome to, oh, I guess that's meant for you. I forgot to take that out. Okay, we're going to come back to this card in a minute. I guess that's a extra clarifying card for you, Taurus. Anyways, welcome to Moana Anela's Divine Love Reading for the month of March 2020. I'm Moana Anela, and I'm the Hawaiian Gypsy, and we're going to get into the clarifiers for your particular sign. We use we're using the Legacy Tarot, and I'm going to see what the reading has for you. We did the general read. If you watched that, that's awesome. It gives kind of a basis to when we clarify those cards. Now, I don't really get into those cards so much, but unless, you know, Spirit shows me, you know, but the link is there. You can always just go back into that. And, okay, so 2 cards came out for you at the bottom. We have the 10 of Cups. Whee! So, and we have the 9 of Swords. Actually, I should have showed you this card first, I guess. It's all right. Over here. Over here. Over here. Okay, over here. So, stay centered! I don't know if you saw the general read, but we basically talked about staying centered in your heart chakra. And actually, that's what's coming through with this 9 of Swords. So, I'm not sure what's going on there, Taurus. A little up in the mind. And that could have been what we talked about earlier in the general reading. And with a little bit of this Page of Air energy from the general read. So, feeling a little uneasy. And we also had the 8 of Air, still feeling a little uneasy, feeling a little stuck. But that's from all this, not sure what's going on there. A little worry, a little disconcerting kind of energy. So what's really going to be really important there, Taurus, is maybe you're worried about, you know, a new love. Maybe you're worried about the relationship you're in. But maybe you're worried about, you know, something you're passionate about, a project, your career. Some of us, you know, our love goes into what we do, and maybe your concern is there. But it's something that you're passionate about, something where your heart chakra is going towards. So that's really, you're really kind of thinking about that. You're really kind of concerned about that. And but Spirit wants you to know that that is just a worry. We got the Ten of Cups right here, right at the bottom of the spread. So not to worry. And then we have the Ten of Cups also that came out in the general read for everybody. So, and you are feeling that. So you are feeling that. I just get that there are some, like, even though I'm holding this card up for very long, it's a really minor part of the energies that are coming through the reading. But what I get is the same thing with you, Taurus, is that even though it's actually... it's like it's almost like making a mountain out of a molehill, I guess. And it's like you're really concerned about this particular passion of yours or love of yours. Really kind of wondering how it's going to play out in the next new while, because there is all this new energies. But it's like, it's really like it's taking up a lot of your mental space, but it's actually a small part of things that are going around. And because that's all the universal energies, and this is what's really going on is, I mean, you already, like all the earth signs, that energy came out. You guys, we had Capricorn as the Moonology card. I feel to bring this out again for you. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, that's earth energy. And but Taurus, you are also a fixed sign, so you can get really stuck there being a fixed sign. So and this being a cup card, that's good confirmation for you to know everything is working out. If something's not looking good, I mean, sorry, let me take that back. If something's not looking right, don't worry. That's more like an illusion. Things are not what they seem. Especially in this Mercury retrograde, I've been noticing things are not what they seem. And maybe that could be a mantra for you for right now. And then know, yes, the universe really is what's at play here, because this new beginning, it's really universal energy. It's really divine energies. And the divine energies, the universe energies, has nothing but the best of our interests at play, especially when it comes to love, because everything is about our lessons so we can grow to move forward, right? So we can step in ourselves, in this standing alone here. Standing alone is your divine self, is when you really align. This is the perseverance in the Hawaiian Kaukahi. Perseverance is going beyond that. So persevering beyond, okay? So that's more of the take of the meaning this word is taking, not just, oh, it was tough and I persevered, means like, oh, I made it. No, you didn't just make it, Taurus. You persevered. You went beyond. So that's why you've grown. That's why you guys have grown so much. And that's why the universe is coming and blessing you with these great blessings. I mean, Taurus, you got Ten of Cups twice. General read and in your Pacific reading. And I know why Spirit really is making this passionate message for you, because it really wants you to know, like, wow, step in your boldness. You can be assured of yourself, because you know, connecting with that heart chakra, you know, be confident in that knowing, in that heart knowing, in that heart space. You know, Taurus, it's going to be exactly what it's meant to be for you. And this is exciting. I'm really getting really excited. So there it is. Heart of the matter for you, Taurus. Justice. So yes. Okay, so now something's coming through. Now I'm beginning to understand why you are having this Nine of Wands. Sword, sorry. Why are you having this Nine of Swords? Nine of Wands. That's the wounded warrior as well, and beating everybody up, which comes actually, well, I know when is like when I make mistakes, I know that's not a mistake. So that's actually what I was getting, is kind of like the Nine of Wands energy. So Taurus, there's been a few people, not just one, and I am getting for some of you, not all of you, some of you particularly, only for those that resonate, in a romantic relationship, there has been a lot of battling going on. And in your case, it's been a little unjust. And in your case, you've been kind of like, instead of fighting, you know, being kind of like the nurturing cow. I know that's female energy, and it's, so if you're a man or male or female watching, doesn't matter. But that nurturing cow energy wants to be nurturing, wants to just give, okay, make you happy. But Taurus, we got to use that kind of strong fixed energy in the assuredness. Don't allow that fixed energy to stay back in the past of, you know, that really traumatic experience. And I'm getting kind of, it was traumatic because I'm not necessarily saying somebody betrayed you, but it felt like that. It was like a betrayal, but it wasn't like a betrayal like somebody did on purpose. It was more like that betrayal of like, wow, this was totally not what I expected, that kind of thing. And it kind of hit you deep because it was a bit maybe ugly for whoever this resonates for. And I really stress whoever this resonates for. May not be many, but there was something that was very ugly. It kind of really, you know, stabbed the heart. And that's why you have this Nine of Swords. Like, moving forward, it's like, I just don't want that again. And that energy kind of slightly came through the general. So I guess it makes sense it's coming through to you. For others, I'm getting Taurus. I'm getting kind of like for even others that didn't have something that drastic, like there was still something that was kind of shook you up a little bit. And moving forward, it's like, wow, I just don't want that experience again. But this Ten of Cups coming through for you, Taurus especially, and I think this is why Spirit really wants to emphasize the Ten of Cups. It came through the general, and it's coming through you specifically, is because Spirit wants to assured that that's not going to happen. You actually learned the lesson, and you've actually grown. So it can't happen again. So justice is being served. You are going to get your just reward. Your blessings are coming in. So Spirit really wants you not to worry. It really wants you to be happy. It really wants you to be playful. We got this playful Buddha over here. So it wants you to be playful and keep moving forward in that heart space. So just keep connecting with the heart. Really important. And in crossing energies, we have the Four of Swords. What I'm getting with the Four of Swords is not necessarily something physical, like, okay, maybe you need to meditate. I'm not getting that at all, because I'm getting for you, Taurus, it's actually good for you not to be busy, but it's good for you to kind of be busy, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for you to stay active, stay doing things. I'm getting that's really good for you right now. But what I'm getting for the Four of Swords is this heart space. And we have, well, the blackbird is usually a raven or a crow. But I'm really getting is that, well, obviously, if you look at the Nine of Swords, she's all up and worrying. And if you look at the Four of Swords, she's resting. So I'm really getting like, yeah, stay active. But also I'm getting usually, like, this is like intelligent. I talked about the heart intelligence, that emotional intelligence. So again, staying with that heart space. Especially when it comes to love, trusting that, and this is a beautiful red. It's not like a bloody, like, drooping red, and it's got red and white. So there's your justice. Which means balance. There's going to be balance in the universe, and it's coming, and you're feeling it. So stick with that. And in the raven what I'm getting is the part of the raven is also a memory. So if you, instead of like, if those kind of memories start coming up where they're starting to make you feel uneasy and, you know, worry and stay up at night, is switch the memories. There are good memories you have. Maybe when you're younger or a long time ago or a couple years back, there's some good memories. And that really made you feel good. And Spirit wants you to connect with that because he's a very spiritual bird. He's a spiritual messenger because, you know, all these birds have that way of passing between worlds. And so, and that's also Spirit. And he's black, meaning like, kind of like the opposite. So he's like heaven here on earth, if that means anything to you. But Spirit wants you to know when you start getting into that like mental anxiety, that Nine of Swords energy, bring yourself to a memory where you remember everything was just perfect in your life and peaceful. And that's going to help bring you to the balance, which is the Justice card. And it's 11. And especially I'm getting if this, well, this is a love reading, but and if it's getting, you know, if it's about a love circumstance, a romantic circumstance, just let it go. Just say to yourself, that no longer exists. But you know what? I'm going to bring back that part of my life where things were so perfect, because there was a part of your life that you experienced that, and you can bring that back. But knowing it's going to be better, it's going to be even better, okay? Because you have grown. So it has nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go but up. And he's flying up. So he's bringing peace from the heavens. And so here is the base energy. This is the grounding energy, and it's the King of Swords. Okay. So again, I'm getting real justice energy. I'm also getting, Taurus, you can also be an excellent communicator, and maybe you've been out of, you know, your rhythm. Let's say, you know, especially your rhythm and communication, you've been kind of feeling like awkward and associating with different people and stuff. But we had the Seven of, oh, and that's funny, it clarifies the Seven of Cups. So we have the Seven of Cups, which means, so this new energy has kind of been around you for a while, but you're just starting to open it to it now. And you're going to see it's going to even open even more as Mercury comes out of retrograde, which is March the 10th. And so this is, again, standing in your power, right? Being your sure. This is the boldness. This is the confidence. This is wisdom, not just intelligence. This is wisdom. And he's standing very strong. He knows exactly who he is and what he wants to relay to anybody. And that's what I'm getting, you're coming back to, Taurus, is especially in love. You may have lost your spoken word in love and romance. And speaking of spoken word, it might actually be good for you, Taurus. You can actually be very romantic. So it'll be good for you to write poetry. Yeah, write some poetry. That just kind of came to me, and that'll be really good. That's very, very, that whimsical kind of airy intelligence is poetry, right? And that's, again, getting back your rhythm in speech. So you want to be beautiful, even if you're a male watching. You want to be kind of like that beautiful rhythmic, you know, spoken word, whether it be poetry or song or just plain, you know, that rhythm spoken word. So I'm getting that's really important for you, Taurus. And in love, you know, if you want to write a poem for somebody, that would be very beautiful. But you're coming back to be able to articulate yourself, but beyond, right? Beyond. Not just articulating yourself and, oh, this is what I mean, it's what I want to say, but it's going to be with beauty and rhythm, like a dance of words, poetry. And wow, I'm not surprised to see the Two of Swords. So again, this is that kind of balancing act. You got a lot of balancing act going on, and that kind of came forward. And we did have this clarifying card with the general reading again, and it says balancing act. So this is, I feel, is really strong for you, finding your feet, not just your footing, but I'm getting your feet balancing. I almost see like somebody standing on, you know, like one of those balancing, you know, if you know when you go to physio, they have you balance on that wobble board, and you're finding you're balancing, but you're finding you're balancing between, okay, coming out of what you just came out of. Some of you it feels like you're coming out of some dramatic experiences, and it could be career, but even if it's coming out of a job or something that it was still like, you know, you almost felt betrayed by, you know, your colleagues or your boss or something. You're only because not because they did anything on purpose or bad or indicative, but just because it let you down, because that was kind of like, well, that's not what was promised, that's not what I, you know, what was agreed or I expected, that kind of stuff. So finding your balance of letting that go, cutting those ties, and then stepping into this newness. because it is a bit wavering, stepping into something new, especially when we don't know where we're walking. And also, too, see, she doesn't know what's coming next. She doesn't know what's coming at her. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, Taurus, is you don't know what you're stepping into. You're excited to move forward. That came out in the general, but you're just feeling a little hesitant. You're a little concerned because you don't want to make the same mistakes. Let's put it that way. I want to say same steps, but it kind of feels vague. So it's that balancing act. So balance and how that is going to happen, especially in love. Like, you know, it's okay to open up your heart, but you don't take anything serious, but you stay centered with your heart chakra. Keep connected with your heart chakra. See if there's any, like, I know there are on YouTube. There's probably some heart meditations, or if you go to yoga or meditative place, something that helps you connect with that heart chakra. And I know there's a lot of things on YouTube that are really good. But again, go with something that works for you. Oh, wow, look at that. We had the sun. Remember I said the sun? Remember the sun was sitting out there. I forgot to put that card away from Virgo's reading, actually, and I said, oh, I guess that's a message for you. Well, look, this is coming from the energies that you're not seeing, that the universe is bringing in, that wants you to know it's there. And look, double sun. So I'm going to keep these two together. I guess I'm gonna put it right up here. Sureness. I don't want to block those cards, but you can see it right there. Okay, I'm gonna put it across that Two of Swords, because we're going to kind of get rid of the Two of Swords energy that is making us feel this Nine of Swords, right? The Two of Swords is kind of creating that Nine of Swords. So we're going to cover that up with the two sun, double sun. So again, that's the universe wanting to tell you, you got blessings coming in. That's joy, but stay in the joy. And also, this is what this card is about, focusing on the joy, because this balancing act, you got, you know, things that made you feel discord, and but you know, and you know, wavering or unstable. But just stay with the things that bring you joy, and that's how you're going to move ahead, and you're going to move forward in joy and happiness, because blessings are here, and more is coming in, and things are going to be at peace. Things are going to be at balance. You got justice, and then the energies that you're kind of noticing, and it's the Queen of Swords. So very interesting. You got the King of Swords right here, and the Queen of Swords. So you might have your eye on a new person. That could be what's worrying some of you. It's like, wow, you're feeling the strong pull to this person. They're like quite the match, and you know, you want to say the right thing to them, and but you've lost that wording a bit. But you're going to see. You're going to find that wording. For those in a relationship, same thing. Maybe you lost your footing in your relationship, and you're going to see by like coming to that heart chakra. And it's coming out so far for both Taurus and Virgos about being able to express yourself. But I'm getting for you, Taurus, is expressing yourself more poetically. So you've really grown. And you actually opened up your heart. I'm getting, Taurus, you're really opening up your heart to that romantic side of you, because you'd be quite romantic. So I'm really getting poetry is really strong for you to start writing poetry. If you don't do poetry already, maybe you do. But yeah, that's going to be really, really good. And but this Queen of Swords, I'm getting it somebody else. I'm not getting it you. I'm getting it, and there's another energy. So you might be, for some of you, you might be connecting with a air sign, which is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Well, there's Libra. There's Libra again, too, right in the Justice. So some of you might be connecting with a Libra. That means something for you. But if not, it's definitely, there's somebody there you really clearly got your eye on. Or, you know, if for those of you, that's for singles. And for those of you in a relationship, I'm getting, you're really clearly starting to see what you need from your partner. Because I'm getting, for those of you that this message resonates, you kind of, you know, that rhythm has been off for a bit between you and your partner, for those who are a couple. But that's what's coming through. But now you're seeing clearly what is needed. So it is time to express yourself. But again, maybe write your partner a poem. For those who are interested in new love, write that new love a poem. That's a really good intro. So some clarifying cards. We have the Nine of Air. There it is again. Okay, so Spirit really wants you. Look, I'm just going to take that Nine of Air. Spirit really wants you to just, okay. Gone. Write some poetry. And then there's your Queen of Water. Or write a song. Yeah. Well, songs are like poetry. Write a song. However, rap, sing, poem, poetry, spoken word, whatever suits you. Write something very, very poetic. Okay, Queen of Water. Okay, I'm getting now that's you tapping into your heart chakra. So you are tapping in. So Spirit wants you to be confident in that. Confident. You have the Sun twice. Twice. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups twice. Sun twice. Wow. Now, if that's not hit me over the head with, joy and happiness, I don't know what is, right? So, but yeah, there's a lot of newness. Might be some children involved. So, might be children coming into your life. But, if there is, and your own children, Spirit's saying, yeah, watch them play and come back to that joy that children have. If something goes wrong, they forget it right away. And it's like, okay, back to playing. They might cry for whatever. And there's the Magician. Virgo had a Magician too. So, yeah, a lot of similar energies. And that's kind of why I do like a general for the for each element, because there's connecting energy. And a Magician. So the Magician is also, I almost said Virgo. The Magician is also Taurus. You have it. And I guess the reason why I thought of Virgo is because they have the Magician, and Spirit wants you to know again. This is clear for you, though, more clear for you than Virgo, that Spirit wants you to know that they're part of this coming in, so you have nothing to worry about. And, okay, retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is disconnect from this world. Okay? Not the world. Now, if you need a break, you feel the need a break, absolutely take a break. But I'm getting this world, okay? Whatever is giving you this Nine of Swords, that came out twice. But one was a clarifying card, so it wasn't so strong. But again, Spirit wants you to get rid of it. Disconnect from that world, okay? So you have to let, if whatever that was, if it was something in the past, forgiving, learning, letting go, basically. Connect from that world. Because the new one, oh, look what just came out. New love is coming in. A new person has stirred your romantic feeling. So for some of you, this is a new person. Or it could be an air sign. So that is awesome. That's what I have for you. Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you got something out of it. And I really look forward to, thank you for joining me. And I really look forward to our next reading. Okay, Taurus, you have a great month of March. Get out there and have fun. And yeah, take care of that mental health. So no worries. You got the Sun twice. Aloha Virgo. Aloha Taurus. Might have a Virgo. I don't know coming in there. All right. Aloha kekai I kekahi. Love one another. Be bright. Lots of love. Aloha Capricorn. Welcome to Moana Anela's Divine Love Reading for the month of March 2020. And I am Moana Anela, the Hawaiian Gypsy. Welcome. And we just finished the general, so if you got the chance to watch that, that's awesome. And now we're just going to clarify the general cards with the Legacy Tarot to clarify specifically for your sign. And that I want to say, I don't always sorry, something fell on the floor. I had to pick it up. I don't always, refer to the general card readings, but sometimes I do. So if I don't, pick them up and say this for this card, I don't. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. So, okay. All right. Sorry, just a couple cards fell on the floor. And sometimes I'm just a little distracted because sometimes I wonder if that's what Spirit wants me to show you, or is it one of those, you know, freak accidents. What I'm going to do is the cards that fell on the floor, I'm just going to leave them aside. I'll see if it comes out in a reading, and I'll refer to them, because if it's a message for me to show you, then, you know, sometimes pulling them out at the right time. So I'm just going to put them aside, and when it comes up to refer to them, I'll do that. It's all about divine timing, right? Even in a reading showing cards, something simple like that has got divine timing. So what I'm getting right off the bat, with that being said, is there's a thing about patience going on, I'm getting. And you've been very patient, even though you don't know it with my reading, because you're the last sign I'm doing. So there's something about patience. You've been very patient, but I am getting this feeling of, okay, I don't mind being patient, but when is this going to end? Something like that. Anyway, something like that. But the world is turning, the universe is turning, and it's time for an ending. Endings are here. So what we're kind of going through right now is kind of like the portal, where we're getting into this balancing act. And I'm getting, for you, Capricorn, patience is really important. For you, for some reason, going through this portal, it takes patience, because you are very confident and assured. I'm getting probably almost all signs. I mean, everybody's pretty confident and stuff, but I'm getting, out of almost all the signs, Capricorn, you feel most assured and confident, boldest, moving forward into this new energy. And that's quite fitting with Capricorn, right? The sure-footed, sorry, I'm shaking everything. The sure-footed, goat, if you will. Like, he's the only one that can climb up, like, some of those mountains almost go straight vertical. And you see these little goats, and it's like, oh my goodness. So you are the sure-footed one. And so that's great. So I think what's shaking you up a little bit is the patience. So let's see what we got. Right off the bat, we got bottom of the deck, 6 of coins. Awesome. Okay, so right off the bat, if you're not feeling this already, so your patience is obviously going to pay off. We got Ev here. He's about abundance. And we also got, when I pulled the Moonology card, Capricorn, your card, it was basically New Moon in Capricorn from the Moonology card. And that's basically, and your hard work paying off. So, and that's, how fitting is this? New Moon in Capricorn. So that is really the message Spirit wants to give you. This is the Reciprocity card. Hard work is paying off. So yes, you're going to receive what you've been waiting for, and more. In one way, I'm actually getting more. You're going to be pretty surprised. I see a surprise coming up for you, Capricorn. So, okay, so let's see what the rest of the cards say. So right at the heart of the matter, this represents you here, your energies, and it's the 4 Wands. Okay, so being a love reading for Wands, higher commitment, marriage, celebration, a higher celebration. Now this commitment and marriage could be if your passion and if your heart is in like your job, and that's all you're caring about right now, and that's what you're rearing, that's what you've been trying to manifest. Well, it's happening, it's coming. Now what I'm saying is, for everybody right now, we're still in that Mercury retrograde. And so, I mean, you may see it before then, but basically the energies we'll really start to see them after the 10th, when Mercury comes out of retrograde. And so, yeah, and if it is a love, if it's a romantic interest, your love life is going to take off to the next level. If that's what you've been working on, I see a big commitment here. So, raising up to the next level, marriage for some of you, or at least like engagement. I am seeing engagement for some of you. So this is really interesting. And that's right off the bat. So some of you might have been really working hard on something that your heart is into, and it's coming. Oh, there it is. There's the patience. 10 of Wands. There's the patience. You've been carrying a heavy load for a while. And that kind of makes sense also too with your energy, Capricorn, because Capricorns, those goats, I mean, who endures, all that rock climbing? That's quite the endurance. That's quite the painstaking, patient it takes to make sure you're stepping like right in the right way to, get up that mountain. And so here's the endurance. Patience is paying off, coming to an end. Yes, I don't really want to reiterate the word burden, but yes, basically, yeah, it's paying off. And this is why, because it's been quite the enduring, maybe I am getting almost like the last 10 years, but maybe the last 10 months, maybe just the last year, within the last year or so, or 10 years, it's been quite the enduring task. It hasn't been easy. And then right at the bottom, there it is. Okay, so I'm also getting so the patience is also coming from a little bit of healing. Maybe you're getting tired of, what another lesson to heal, like things coming up on the path. And this Mercury retrograde, I have to say, especially for me, I'm Cancer, but it has been a doozy. Lots of things been coming up for me. And then sorry, I'm shaking a card and just, I scratch my head sometimes when I'm thinking. Makes my whole body shake. But yeah, it's been quite enduring, and there's been a lot of things coming up and a lot of passing, and you're like, not another one, please, not another one. But yes, that's coming to an end, and it's wrapping up. It should all be wrapped up, coming out of March 10th, Mercury coming out of retrograde. We should really start seeing that new beginning, but it's here. So the healing has been done. Also, again, this is your abundance coming in, and it's coming in from the universe. Syrian, I don't know why I usually don't talk about celestial energies during love readings, but for some reason, Capricorn, I don't know Syrian energies, if that means something to somebody there. Syrian energies are coming in that are partaking in abundance for some of you. Okay. Syrian energies are very powerful. Oh my goodness. What? You got the reading of abundance, like all over this reading. Oh, and it's funny, I was going to say the stuck energies. So this is hidden energies. Any hidden energy that that's kind of like playing a role in things that are going on that you're not seeing. But the reason why it's bringing up, you're feeling it, but it's almost like you're not realizing that it's having an impact on you. So it's having an impact on you being able to, really embrace the blessings here. Really embrace the blessings. So it's just, I mean, and you are. It's just, and again, so this also, and it's funny how, there it is, and I finished talking about, it's right on top of the same card, 8 of Air, 8 of Swords. So, yeah, so it's just impacting you in a way of, I'm getting kind of like, out of most the earth signs, that you may be the slowest moving forward. Maybe because we may be kind of holding on to some of this frustration here. So there's something going on in frustration. Now, don't worry. I mean, it's, and I don't say that like, oh, wow, so slow. I'm just saying, what I'm meaning is that sometimes things, I mean, it's there. It's coming. You already did the work. You already did the healing, right? We already did it. And here's your manifestation. It's coming in. You're getting, so in one way too, it's pretty good, because it's coming in pretty big. And in one way, like, a slower energy can be good, because, when it comes in, we are ready for it. But the only thing the Spirit wants you to know is, make sure that you embrace it. Like, it's really great. It's really great. You're letting go, and Spirit wants to reassure you, yes, continue to let go. Don't, if anything comes up, that's okay, things come up, but you know what? Just say, okay, that's great, see you later, and just cut that tie. So, you know, it's Spirit really wants you to embrace the blessings that are coming in. Because sometimes that happens, you know, something comes in and we don't quite see it. So it's really important, Capricorn, that you don't just see the top of the mountain, but you see how far you've come. That's what Spirit wants me to tell you. Hopefully that means something to somebody. But yeah, see how far you come, because when you reach the top, you're going to be able to see the whole journey. And that's what Spirit's trying to get me to say. So Spirit wants me to say it doesn't want you to just enjoy the blessings that you are going to be receiving, you know, because, you know, sometimes we can get stuck in energy like, wow, that was such a tough journey, and yes, I made it, I deserve it, and all that is true. But Spirit wants you to know to completely embrace and embody the full blessing is to also give yourself recognition. That's what Spirit wants me to say. See the journey you did and pat yourself on the back. That is also part of your blessings, that you did the journey. That journey was so important, especially if it was in love, especially if it was in a partnership. Be it in romance, be it in career, be it in family, be it in friendship, you know, colleagues. So know that, also give yourself credit. That's part of your blessing, because that's your personal growth, and that's part of the blessing. Spirit wants you not to miss that. That's what it wants me to say with this. All right. Wow, that's so exciting. And then we have the Emperor. Oh, wow. I saw this come up in the pre-shuffle, and then I put it back in. And then I shuffled and it came out again. So you are feeling like the Emperor. Wow, and that's Aries energy. Aries being Mars energy. So maybe there's also Aries in your life. I'm also getting that there could be an Aries, not necessarily romantic, but it could be like that somebody, you know, helping you to lift you up and feel and help you to see that side of yourself that is like, hey, well, look what you did. Holy cow. That was amazing. So really cool. Really cool. But that's also you stepping in to your Kaukahi, which is standing alone. That's also you standing at the top of the mountain. I made it. I did it. Because it is. And that's why it was such a struggle, Capricorn. Because you did it. You did it. And you did it alone because it was your journey. But it aligned you with your higher self. And that was the blessing. And now you're going to start seeing the rest of the blessing manifest it. But don't forget, it came from you. That's the important thing of this lesson. Especially in love. Like, you know, that you did what you needed to do for you. And it worked, baby. It didn't look like it worked. It didn't look like it worked. You might not know where you're going there for a while. But let me tell you, now you're seeing, yes, holy cow, it did work. I couldn't even see where I was going. I had a thorn in my eye, and I didn't know where I was going, but I just followed. And you did great, because I really felt you tapped into your heart chakra, and you followed that, and it brought you to where you needed to go, so you can rest and stand at the top of the hill, baby. Okay, so this is bringing me back to this card, this Ace of Corns. So yes, brand new beginning, and that's a lot of us right now too. We're not seeing where we're stepping into, but you're going to start seeing this manifestation of this new energy coming through. And what I wanted to point out was the green. So again, heart chakra, standing in the heart chakra. So yeah, heart chakra greens is really, it was for earth signs, and there were for another couple of signs. Other people was more about the solar plexus chakras. you know, but I'm really getting, you guys got that. And that's why Spirit wants you to take it back to the heart chakra, or take it up to the heart chakra, because the heart chakra is right above the solar plexus. So that's awesome. So, yeah, all I'm getting, I'm just going to bring out these two cards that I was talking about earlier. One of them was the Nine of Swords. So again, that I'm just going to put that right with the Eight of Swords. And that was like, you know, that was kind of taking up, you know, I think it was taking up a bit of the better of you. You know, maybe it was kind of bringing this, you know, assuredness and confidence down a little bit. And then it was kind of turning into like maybe, you know, keeping you up at night worrying. So that's why, like, okay, that's over with. So we're going to turn it over. And we're going to cover it with the Ten of Cups. That's like your Ace of Pentacles. That's your Ben, you know, the you know, he's the golden straw. So he's like basically he represents, you know, richness, gold, harvest, like so much abundance. So there's your Ten of Cups, but that's also emotionally fulfilled. And that's why I put it on top of here, on top of these guys, because it's like, okay, once we turn all this little bit frustrations into, from mental anxiety and, you know, being a little tough on yourself, into like, wow, holy cow, I did that. Then we got the emotional fulfillment. And then we got also the manifested blessing as well from Spirit. And so, and this is it. This is you, King of Air. Now, you can be male or female. King of Air is the energy. He's that assuredness right there. He's that standing alone. He's turned his, and there you go, King. He went from 8, 9, 10, Page, Queen, Page, Knight, Queen, and now you're the King. So you turn all that mental anxiety into like, oh yeah, baby, I know who I am. I'm bold, baby. I'm confident. I stand on top of the mountain, right? I am I. And so a couple more clarifying is just basically we have the Chariot and then Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, moving forward. So basically this is the closure more. The Wheel of Fortune is closure. It's divine entities. It's divine energies. Things are closing up and we're moving forward, and you know, whether we're ready or not. But you are ready, Capricorn. You're ready. And that's what the journey was really all about. It was to get you ready for this moment. And I think that came out in a general reading. Like, this is like for your earth signs. This is your time to shine. This is the moment you've been waiting for. And yes, this is the moment you've been waiting for. And so, yeah, exactly. So especially in, you know, in your love life, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Now it's a lot of newness. We got a lot of new energies coming in, but as far as like exactly a new love or anything, even though this is a love reading, this is definitely about a new passion in your life coming in. So that's great. So I am pulling a couple of the Romance Angel. We got codependency, addiction are affecting your romantic life. Okay, I'm just getting that's going back to that that Eight of Air. Okay, so as far as romance goes, there could be you know, maybe something happened, maybe there was a separation or something, and I'm just getting, what I'm getting is whatever created this Eight of Swords, which was basically something had happened and it made you feel kind of stuck. So for a while there, you're depending on, and this is where the impatience is also coming from. So for a while, you know, you may have been depending upon a certain result and it hasn't happened. And however, that patience pulled you through. So you were very strong, and that was part of your journey. That was where you also need to give yourself a pat on the back, because you had patience you know, that this result that you're expecting, it's just not happening. When's it happening? And actually, I think you forgot about it for a while. This was because when this card came out, I almost had no feelings. Like, why is this coming out for Capricorn? But the reason why it came out is because I think, you know, you forgot about it for a while. And, you know, like you finally like let it go. Like, I wanted this result. I worked so hard. I worked almost like 10 years or a whole year or, you know, for this result. And I didn't get it. And it's like, where's the result? I've been so patient. I've been waiting and I still don't have it. And then it was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm moving on. And you moved on. You forgot about it. And then now it's like all of a sudden you forgot about it. And then now it's like, oh, your result is coming through. So that's what that's connected to that Eight of Swords. So it's like, okay, perfect. So now it's time to like enjoy your blessings and remember that it was because you had the patience and you let go, and we're talking like persevered. So you had patience over and beyond. I'm not sure what the situation was, Capricorn. It's going to be different for each one of you, but it could have possibly be in a relationship, or, you know, I'm also getting a job for some of you, like a career or something, but you were patient for a certain result. And then when it didn't happen in a certain amount of time, and then, you know, you're like, oh God, forget it. I'm just going to move on. And then you did. And now it's like, it's that result. Now it's like it's happening. It's coming to you now, and you're starting to see it. So that is awesome. So that's what this card is coming out, because it wants you to remember, Capricorn, you deserve better. If something's not working, let it go and move on. You did the right thing, and that's why you're being rewarded. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So yeah, that's exactly it. Come back to yourself. Come back to your heart chakra. Be happy. Be happy. Because like you are going to be rewarded. Okay. And then we're going to see if there's one more card we're going to pull out for you from the Romance Angels. And healing. Now, even though it says family issues, I don't always get it. It's always about family, but because being Hawaiian, family is also ohana. So I'm getting, yes. So, and I mentioned healing before with the star card. So there was a lot of healing. Your love life benefits as you forgive. Well, it says forgive your parents, but I'm just getting as you forgive, you know, people that were close to you who you felt that they were family. And you deserve love. So what I'm getting with this card, Capricorn, you deserve love, is I mentioned this to another sign that came out, and it wasn't like, oh yeah, you deserve love. Of course you deserve excuse me, I'm so sorry. Of course you deserve love, but because for the longest time this card used to always piss me off. What do you mean I deserve love? It's because I'm condescending. Like, really? In a love reading, I deserve love, that's what I get? Right, and that's my point. It's not that you, like, just deserve love. You know you deserve love. But you deserve the right love. You deserve that result that you've been wanting. And it's coming. And Spirit wants you to know it is coming. It is coming. And your patience and hard work, Capricorn, your patient and hard work has paid off. So if you've been working hard in a love reading, if you've been working hard in a love relationship, then that result is coming. Now, Spirit just wants me to quickly say this, then we'll wrap it up. And that might not mean that particular person, but coming back to this card, you deserve the love that you deserve, which is the greatest love that's meant for you. So that means if it's not with that particular person you thought it was supposed to be, or that particular passion, you know, career or job or whatever, if it's not with that particular entity, then, or person, then the right one is coming in. But that result, you're still going to get the result, but remember, it's going to be better, much better. So you're on a great path in love and life. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Capricorn. I hope there was something for you to take from it. And I really enjoyed reading for you. And I look forward to you guys next month. Aloha keika'i. Love one another. Love yourself. And we'll see you next time. Aloha, Capricorn. Have a great month of March.